Hey there mathematicians, welcome to our Homework Helps video number 4. Today we're going to talk about the order of operations. The order of operations is just a series of steps that allows us as mathematicians to break down a complex looking problem into a series of short, easy problems all the way until we have an answer. The order of operations is lined out like this. We start with the parentheses of any problem. Then we're going to do the exponents. After that, we're going to calculate the multiplying and dividing parts of the problem. We want to make sure that's one step, and we do that multiplying and dividing in order from left to right. Lastly, we do any adding or subtracting, and we also want to make sure that we add and subtract from left to right. We don't always add first, we don't always subtract first. We do whichever one is further to the left and go to the right. I'm going to go and do an example here right off the front of our homework number 26 so you can see what I'm talking about. This problem looks a little complex. We're going to break it down into a series of short steps. Our first step is to work with the parentheses, within the parentheses. Here's our parentheses. Within the parentheses we see we have 4 minus 3. That's the only operation in there. So I'm going to do this operation and then I'm going to rewrite the rest of my problem. Now I've got everything inside the parentheses done. I'm going to cross out that portion of my order of operations. The next step is to look for any exponents or square roots. In our problem, we don't have any. I'm going to go ahead and mark that part out. If we had any exponents, of course, we would evaluate them and then go on to the next portion. Next, we're going to do the multiplying and dividing step. It's the third step, if you will. I'm looking for some multiplying and dividing here. I've got it. We start with 10 divided by 2. Remember, don't always multiply first. You want to make sure that you divide first. It's on the left. 10 divided by 2 is 5. We're going to bring down the rest of the problem. And 5 times 1, of course, is just 5. We are finished with our multiplying and dividing. We don't have any adding or subtracting left to do, so our problem is finished. All right, let's move on to the back. For problem number 2, we've got a guy named Juan. He goes to a book fair and he's going to buy some paperback books for $1.50 and some hardback books for $3. We want to write an expression that represents what he bought. Then we're going to apply our order of operations and we're going to figure out exactly how much he spent. We're going to evaluate that expression. We read that Juan bought 5 paperback books at $1.50 a piece. We're going to multiply that 5 times $1.50. He also, it's going to cost him more money. He also bought 2 hardback books for $3 a piece. Now I have a nice numerical expression to represent what he bought. And we're going to evaluate or solve this expression in order to figure out how much he spent altogether. To follow our order of operations, we're first going to look for any parentheses. We do have parentheses here and here, but there are not any operations inside there. There's no subtracting, there's no multiplying to do inside the parentheses. So our parentheses are done. There is also no exponents to do here. We do, however, have some multiplying and some dividing. We're going to start on the left and go to the right to solve the multiplying and dividing. 5 times $1.50 is $7.50, and 2 times $3 is $6. Now that our multiplication is done from left to right, we can now add up the 2 portions, $7.50 and $6. made $13.50. That's how much Juan's going to spend at the book fair. All right, for problem number 7 on the back, we've got Tyrone. And Tyrone's going to buy some postcards. We want to write an expression for the postcards. The problem says that Tyrone buys 5 postcards at 55 cents each. That means for us that we're going to multiply each, that 5, by the price of 1 postcard. That's a nice 5. He also buys a set of postcards for $1.20. When we are adding to the price, of course, we're going to add some more. Just buying 1 set of postcards for $1.20. Now we have our nice order of operations expression. Now we can evaluate it or simplify it to come up with an answer. We do have in parentheses the first step of order of operations, but there's nothing to do inside it, so we're going to skip the parentheses, we're going to skip the exponents. There are no exponents. We are going to now multiply these two. This is the only multiplication. 5 times 0.55 is 2.75. And we're going to add to that $1.20. After we multiply it, of course, we write the rest of the problem. If we add these two together, our final answer is $3.95. Way to go, Tyrone. Nice buy, bud. Get out of my picture!